The NFL's nightmare scenario has officially arrived. A few days ago, we discussed reports that fans were planning to tune out of the Super Bowl halftime show in protest of Bad Bunny. But now, that protest has evolved into a full-blown rival production with a star-studded lineup that's looking to steal millions of viewers away from Roger Goodell. Now, Turning Point USA has officially announced the launch of the All-American Halftime Show, and the lineup they've secured is sending shockwaves through the music industry. And we now know exactly who is stepping up to challenge the NFL on February 8th. The event will be headlined by Kid Rock, but he isn't doing it alone. He's recruited a powerhouse roster of country music heavyweights, including Brantley Gilbert, Brice, and Gabby Barrett. So now this is no longer just a boycott. This is a declaration of war on the direction of professional sports like the NFL. Kid Rock, who's leading the charge, issued a blistering statement that perfectly summarizes why this alternative show is happening. He took a direct shot at the NFL's choice of entertainment, contrasting his upcoming performance with what viewers can expect from the official broadcast. Kid Rock said, quote, "He said he's having a dance party, wearing a dress and singing in Spanish. Cool. We want to play great songs for folks who love America." That comment about the dress refers to reports that Bad Bunny plans to wear a dress during the Super Bowl halftime show. We'll see what happens, but when you combine that with the fact that Bad Bunny has publicly criticized ICE agents and expressed fears about his fans being deported, it's clear the NFL is facing a massive cultural divide, with the organizers of the All-American Halftime Show leaning heavily into that divide, billing the event as a David versus Goliath battle. But the reality is, Goliath is already stumbling. The rival show couldn't have come at a worse time for Roger Goodell because he's already dealing with the mutiny inside his own building. As we previously reported, ESPN has confirmed that prominent NFL owners are furious about the Bad Bunny selection. One anonymous owner reportedly told Goodell directly that he, quote, should have thought through the decision better. They aren't just worried about the culture war, they're worried about money for the NFL. The NFL is currently trying to close a massive ownership deal with ESPN that requires government antitrust approval. The owners are terrified that if Bad Bunny turns his halftime show into an anti-Trump political rally, President Trump will retaliate by killing the ESPN deal. So now Roger Goodell is fighting a two-front war. On the inside, he has owners warning him that the halftime show might cost them billions in business deals. And on the outside, he now has Kid Rock and Brantley Gilbert stealing his audience. And this rival show isn't just streaming on a smartphone. They've secured major distribution. The show will air at 8 p.m. Eastern, directly opposite the NFL halftime show on YouTube, Rumble, and X. But perhaps the most concerning for the NFL is it will also be broadcast on cable television through Sinclair Broadcast Group's Charge Network, which is available on major services like YouTube TV, Hulu, and Sling. This gives the millions of Americans who feel alienated by the NFL a legitimate, high-quality place to go. And President Donald Trump has already signaled his distaste for the NFL's selection, calling it ridiculous and stating that he doesn't even know who Bad Bunny is. Now the president and his supporters have a tailor-made alternative featuring artists who have been unapologetic about their love for America. This also explains why stars like Brantley Gilbert and Brice were never in the conversation for NFL events. The industry has simply moved in a different direction. But these artists are proving they don't need the NFL's permission to put on a massive halftime show. So the choice on February 8th is now official. You can watch Bad Bunny and Green Day on the main stage, or you could switch over to Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, and Gabby Barrett for the All-American alternative. The NFL is about to find out how many fans they've truly lost. So which show will you be watching? Let me know down in the comments and subscribe with notifications on for more news and updates.